Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 1v1 show, where pop culture and nerd culture clash. I'm your host today. It's your boy, Gio Huey Flo, alongside with my co-host,
Mikey. What's up?
What's good, Mikey? If this is your first time here, if this is your first time with us, what we do here, the format of the show, in a manner of speaking, is that we usually start off with one or two main topics that we either break down in one 30-minute segment or two 15-minute segments. After that, with some, banter between us and also like comments from the chat, then we go into our second part, our final countdown quick hits, where we have a list of subtopics where we kind of go through them in 2 minutes or less. Well, we try to in 2 minutes or less, to kind of get the news of the week to you, right? We have things about Bitcoin, Wizard of Oz, Happy Meals, Post Malone, and the Super Bowl. Now, if this is your first time with us, I highly encourage you to follow us on our social media sites at patreon.com/the1v1show, as well as our Twitter account, 1v1show tweet, and our Instagram at the 1v1 show official. Wait, no, it's just the 1v1 show, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, I don't know why I got the official. Anyways, fuck it, we do it live. Anyways, let's start off with our main topic for today, Mikey. So you're anyone who knows you or anyone who's watched this show, I think they can surmise that you're a big Star Wars fan, right?
Oh shit, we're going with Gina Carano first.
Yeah, I thought that was the order. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me
Never mind. We can. I can fix it. There we go.
All right. So anyone can surmise that you are a big, you're a big Star Wars fan, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about Gina Carano. Like, first of all, who is she?
She is a former MMA fighter, MMA champion, and retired and went into the world of acting. And she's been in a couple of movies like Haywire, directed by Steven Soderbergh, and Jon Favreau was looking for a woman that is feminine yet like bronze, and he found Gina Carano, and she was perfect for the role, he thought. And then she's actually a really nice person, but then I guess lately in the past year or two, she's been posting some very questionable stuff on Instagram and on social media in general. Last
Right.
last year, she put it uh, in her bio, beep bop boop, which is making fun of the trans community. And Pedro Pascal's uh, sibling came out as trans and talked to her about it, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Like, I understand now. I won't do it again." And then lately, this past week, she posted something that was clearly anti-Semitic, comparing uh, people with a different political opinion to Jews in the Holocaust, and that is like one thing you just don't do. And
I think
so, huh?
I was gonna say I think the exact quote, Mikey, is being a Republican in today's society is like being a Jewish person in Nazi Germany.
Yeah,
Which, as you were saying, it incited a lot of backlash, and a lot of people got mad over those comments, and I think understandably so, especially people from the Jewish community.
yeah,
Sorry, stuff is falling. Stuff is falling in my house. I don't know what the fuck it is.
yeah. In a statement by Lucasfilm, they said that Gina Carano is not currently employed by Lucasfilm and there are no plans for her to be in the future. Nevertheless, her social media posts are denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable.
Right. And this, of course, has kind of led to the whole discussion about cancel culture and what that is, and what it means to get canceled, and if it's a legit reason to cancel someone. Right.
Yeah.
It's brought up that whole topic. I mean, I'm speaking for me personally, not as the 1v1 show. This is coming from me. People in the Holocaust were treated like animals, gassed, put to death. They were marked with badges to designate them as second-class citizens. And you have the fucking nerve as a fucking movie star on a Star Wars movie to say, because you are a Republican, a party that was just pretty much fully in power of all three branches of government, like not even a month ago, you want to say that equals all those people that fucking died in the Holocaust? Gina Carano, get the fuck out of here with that.
Yeah, and then what led up to her firing was everyone who saw that post had hashtag Fire Gina Carano trending on Twitter, and in the past she's earned criticism for mocking mask wearing, suggesting voter fraud, and like I mentioned earlier, mocking preferred pronouns in her Twitter bio. And
let me give a quick shout out to someone in chat. Doily Rim. Sorry you will not be able to watch, but I hope you check out the VOD. Also, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
Hell yeah.
But she was. There's news that she was set to have her own show, or her own Star Wars spin-off show, and most people believe it to be the Rangers of the New Republic, and it was going to be starring her and Carl Weathers' character, like doing rebel stuff. So now, I mean, it wasn't officially announced that was going to be her show, but everyone assumed that was going to be the case because of what, like, recent events in the show Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not going to happen anymore. So that's kind of interesting. And now it's like, in regards to her character, it's kind of like how we're going to have dealing with the Black Panther character played by Chadwick Boseman. Like, are they going to just move on and give her a written off explanation for the character, or are we going to have a recast? Like, I can't think of an example. like the Terrence Howard and Don Cheadle, and just like not acknowledged the recasting. So I don't know. I'm curious to see where Lucasfilm goes from here.
I honestly, in my opinion, right, I think that those two situations, I mean, yeah, the only thing is that you have someone that's not playing a character anymore. I think they're two completely different situations because Chadwick Boseman died,
Yeah, I don't
and
know. I'm talking about like the character, like
yeah, but
T'Challa.
but I'm saying they're not going to recast him out of respect of his memory, right?
Yeah.
Gina Carano, in my opinion, they could easily recast her.
Really, like, are there other? I mean, that there are most likely actresses who fit the same physical features that she has.
Look, you put out the casting call like that, be like, hey, we need an actress to play this character, with this build, and they're pretty savvy on like websites, like where it's like if companies put out like vague details, like websites and like people are able to sniff out this is probably for Star Wars to replace Gina Carano because this description of this character matches this character that needs to be replaced. So I honestly think they will recast her.
What do you think? I think they might have the character live on in other forms of media like comics or novels. And one of the Star Wars authors of Lucasfilm even said like, I want someone to write a story about Cara Dune, who's an accepting person all around and like just represents everything that Gina Carano isn't. And then people are like, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea," but this has only happened less than 48 hours ago, so it's all just talk. But yeah, it's interesting to see where the Star Wars staff is thinking about. Like, there's even other authors. Like they didn't comment on the Gina Carano specifically, but then they'd all just tweet, "LOL, LMFAO," and then I think Kanan, Freddie Prinze Jr., who plays a character in the Star Wars Rebels show.
Wait, Freddie Prinze Jr. is in Star Wars?
Yeah, he plays one of the coolest Jedis in the whole series, actually.
Fuck?
Yeah, he's fucking dope.
Dude, I didn't know Freddie Prinze Jr. gets like work like that.
Yeah, and did you know that fun fact, he also wrote like for a year or two for WWE, writing the wrestling storylines?
No, what the fuck? No?
Yeah, like he worked with Vince McMahon writing the WWE storylines because he was hella into wrestling because of his dad. Like, I didn't know Freddie Prinze Jr. had like a martial arts background. Like, apparently he's legit in jiu-jitsu. But anyways.
Moving on. Yeah.
I think any female bodybuilder could act just as well as Gina Carano. Yeah, no, and honestly, hot take, I don't even think that she's bad of an actress or like an actor. There are worse actors in episodes 1 through 4, but who gives a shit? It's Star Wars. It's fucking dope. But
all right, boy.
But yeah, no. If we had a recasted Gina Carano's character with Ronda Rousey, we get the same acting quality.
Do you think Ronda Rousey is a good actress or not a bad actress, or do you think she's fucking horrible?
I think I put them on the same tier.
Yeah, I've never even seen Ronda Rousey in a fucking movie.
She was in Fast and Furious. It was bad. That was a bad movie. But yeah.
Anyone blowing smoke up their ass telling me that Fast and Furious is a good series can go fucking shove it, because that's a fucking crock of shit. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a very entertaining series. I want to say good.
Yeah, okay, you could say entertaining, but like, bah. Anyways. Yeah, I think for her to say that, it's one of those things where it's like, I think what Lucasfilms, from what I can gather from my deductive reasoning, is that it's about a trend, right? This isn't the first time Gina Carano has gotten in trouble for saying something, right?
Yeah.
Now, some people may say that, that she's like being targeted by the mob and stuff like that. But, if you have a repeated pattern of saying things that are out of pocket like this, and then you want to compare being a Republican in the United States right now compared to being a Jewish person during the Holocaust, That's pretty.
Yeah, and it's crazy.
Pretty
Like,
fucking.
she had a contract with Disney, and she was set to have her own spin-off show, and she would have been like set. But as long as she just didn't have to just tweet dumb shit, but she just kept doing it, but yeah, and I guess she's saved now because she has another movie lined up, being produced by conservative
Ben
commentator Ben Shapiro of all people. Like he's fully funding her movie, and then she said her dreams are finally coming true because she has a story to tell, and yeah, she's
Is this
fighting back against cancellation, and her voice is super free and all that, and yeah, so good luck with all that.
is is it like a biography of her life, or is it like
I
a
have no
story she wrote?
idea. It's
What the
a
fuck?
story that she's been wanting to tell.
Honestly,
Wait, what?
I would not be surprised. I would be willing to make a bet from someone that movie never even comes out in theaters.
Oh yeah, it's not going to go to theaters for sure. I really doubt.
Sure.
Ben Shapiro has that kind of money to market Gina Carano movie.
And not only that, but Ben Shapiro, it just seems like it's just kind of this is just a calculated political move for like, I don't want to say clout.
Mm-hmm. And what's even funnier, when the first Mandalorian first showed up, these same people were deriding the show like, what is this SJW shit they're forcing upon us? Now they're putting it into Star Wars. Like, imagine if Bruce Willis's character in Die Hard got his ass kicked by a woman and then saved the day, and then kept going on. That was an actual tweet from someone. And then now they're like, wow, they would cancel the most like a role model character that girls could look up to, and they canceled it. And then I was like, hypocrisy in the thing. But anyways,
yeah, there's a lot of, in my opinion, there's a lot of grifting going on there, and it's just like, what the hell? Like, why would you say that?
Yeah.
And before anyone started saying, "Oh, that's an abuse of her freedom of speech," it's fucking not. Read the First Amendment. She's not getting arrested for it. She got fired from a job from a private company. Like, don't even go with that argument.
And it happened before with James Gunn and his tweets joking about pedophilia.
Yeah.
And Disney, and then there was a Twitter campaign to get him fired for those tweets. And much like that, the fans pressured Disney, like, how come you're not paying attention to this? How come you're not doing anything? And Disney responded by firing the person. Yeah, we're talking about.
Yeah, it happens on it's, you know, you can't say cancel culture is bad and then proceed to try to cancel someone and then get mad when it's someone whose view is politically aligned with yours. It just shows hypocrisy. Ark in the Whack in the chat says, also, didn't know she comes from hella casino money. I think she's probably just setting herself up to run for office. You know what? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, stranger things have happened, right? Like,
yeah, well, at first I wouldn't like agree with that, but then yesterday Ted Cruz was saying like the same thing I was just saying. Wow, an amazing role model character, and Disney just canceled her. What, like, shame or something? And then Gina Carano replied, "Thank you, Ted." And I'm like, oh god, like she's even going all in on a thing.
Dude, fucking Tito Ortiz is a councilman at Huntington Beach.
Oh yeah, there's a whole nother story about that. He might almost be a interim mayor because of, anyways. But yeah.
What the fuck? Tito Ortiz is gonna be mayor of Huntington Beach.
That'd be
God
hilarious,
damn.
right? But anyways, talking about Bleak, HBO has casted the Joel and Ellie for the Last of Us show.
No shit.
Wait, did it? Yeah. And Gina Carano's co-star in The Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal, is going to be Joel. and Bella Ramsey from Game of Thrones fame, where she played a small badass. Uh, fuck, I don't even know. I don't even know her title, but she was
I never watched
badass,
it.
and as she's going to be Ellie. So yeah, hold on. Let me just. Deadline broke the news that Pedro Pascal will star in the series as Joel, a hardened survivor who is tormented by a past trauma and failure. Oh wait, hold up. I don't have the timer going.
Ark in the Whack in the chat says it was Ileana Mormont.
Liana Mormont, yeah.
Yeah, because I know all of Game of Thrones. I knew that.
Okay. Yeah, and then Joel is hired to smuggle Ellie, a 14-year-old girl, out of an oppressive quarantine zone. What starts out as a small job soon becomes a brutal, heartbreaking journey as they both must traverse across the U.S. and depend on each other for survival. And
now,
so, what?
Oh, I was gonna say now we both are familiar with the story of The Last of Us. We both played and finished the game. We both really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I would put that game in my top 10, actually.
Really?
I beat that game like more than 5 times maybe. And I played Last of Us 2 twice. Like that's an emotional journey to get through. But yeah.
It was. It might be in my top 25. I don't know about top 10. Yeah, I don't know, dog. There's a lot of Kirby games.
I know you play Nintendo games that are in your top 10.
Fuck yourself. Listen here. Anyways, so honestly, does this really need an adaptation? Does the game need an adaptation?
No, because this game was I would say is one of the first games that transcended the video game label. I was like, yo, like it's so that video games can be art and a form of storytelling. And it's probably the most immersive form of storytelling because you make the characters or choices yourself.
I also think when we frame the narrative, right, of like, oh, it's like a movie, I think we need honestly, in my personal opinion, I think we need to remove ourselves from that kind of comparison because video games have reached a point to where they're much more, right? There are things that video games can do that movies can't ever replicate. So I think people often look at video games as being like a lower form of art than film. Honestly, I think it's getting like pariety now, where there are some experiences that you will never be able to replicate from a video game to a film. Hence why there has been very few good video game movies. Probably like 2 or 3 off the top of my head.
What has me interested in this show particularly is the writer of the show, Craig Mazin. He wrote, I think he's the showrunner for Chernobyl, which is probably one of the best and most bleak shows I've ever seen in the past decade. And so if he can nail that tone within The Last of Us, is going to be, I'm really excited. But with Pedro Pascal as Joel Miller, like, I know. Wait, are we supposed to like Joel Miller? Because Pedro Pascal has that quality to him that, like, you can't hate that guy. But in the character of Joel Miller in The Last of Us, like, that dude's a selfish asshole and a dick. Like, I would actually put him on the same tier as Walter White.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad.
I've never watched Breaking Bad. But
it's like, is Pedro Pascal going to give that, like, I don't know, are people going to turn on the character of Joel Miller even if it's Pedro Pascal? Because I don't know. He's always at that cool quality to him.
I'm trying not to spoil anything for the game, because even though the game is like 6 years old,
I think we'd spoil it.
Because like people maybe haven't played the game, but they're gonna watch the series.
Oh wait, don't spoil the big twist at the end.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil that, but I'm saying like, I think Joel, from what I can remember, right, is that even though he is he is a scumbag and he's done some fucked up shit, which he even admits to it. You kind of sense this overwhelming, maybe not remorse, but regret that he has kind of his tone of everything he does, where he he did these things not because he wanted to, but because he had to, right? And I think he also has some charisma to him, where certain people will kind of look at that game and say, "Yeah, I kind of agree with Joel. I would do what he did. I would not hesitate in a heartbeat." So,
and so what? Sorry,
I think Pedro Pascal could pull it off, but I don't know. This was definitely not casting that I expected, or not. He wasn't like on my like short list of people to play Joel.
Yeah, the internet wanted other Game of Thrones actor, the one who played Jaime Lannister, and Pascal was fantastic in that Netflix movie Prospect. Real anti-hero vibe, says Ark in the Whack in the chat.
Never
I haven't seen that movie.
Check it out.
I've also haven't seen the one with Oscar Isaac and Batfleck.
Hey, Ark in the Whack, did you watch Pedro Pascal in Wonder Woman 1984? And was it that movie as trash as everyone says it is? Because I haven't watched it. Just asking the chat. But
have you seen Bella Ramsey's scenes from Dark Materials?
No.
Neither have I. But in Game of Thrones, like she stole the show. She stole the entire episode, and every episode that she was in my opinion, because she controlled the scene in a room full of like
adults.
Yeah. So, but her playing as Ellie, I can't really picture it. And there was a drawing of them as Joel and Ellie, and then I was like, I don't know. Like, I have to see it. I need to see a trailer first, because as of right now, I'm not feeling the casting for both Joel and Ellie. Like, I don't know who I would cast instead, but I don't know. But I'm ready to be surprised, mostly because of the writer.
Look, I don't know why people always want like these Game of Thrones alumni to be in like all this shit, because at the end of the day, that series sucked. People always complain about it. Everyone hated that series, so I don't know why people want these Game of Thrones people so much. It's just
Well, we actually have some Game of Thrones later, but anyways, whatchamacallit? I actually, if this show takes off, I think this is going to be at least 3 or 4 seasons, because The Last of Us 2, the content in that game can give you like so many episodes
easily, and the way I think it's going to be interesting that if this does take off and they do Last of Us 2, how are they going to order the series of events that happens in that movie? I mean, in that game, right? Are you going chronological, or are you doing what they do in the game?
And how old is Bella Ramsey? It's like she's going to age like how what's his face did in Game of Thrones. Bella Ramsey. This is going to put me on a search. She's 17. But
oh yeah, it might have the FBI.
I just put Bella Ramsey age. I'm like, oh god. Yeah. But
so you need
17. So say this takes off for maybe 6 to 8 years. Okay, I think she won't age that much since she's already about to be an adult.
No,
I thought she was like way younger. Maybe that's why she has the Tom Holland effect, where they always look like a teenager.
Just hella young.
Yeah.
How old is Tom Holland?
Let's find out.
Damn, I'm gonna put yourself on another search again.
Well, this guy's looking up age younger. He's 24 years old.
Oh, he's older than I thought he was. I thought it was like 21, 22. Damn, he looks hella young for being 24.
Yeah.
I want some of that youth potion. Anyways, regardless of the fact,
I think it's going to be a sure thing that this show is going to take up, because the first game, Last of Us, was released in 2013, and it resulted in one of the best-selling games in recent years, selling over 1.3 million units in its first week and 17 million by April 2018.
Damn.
And Last of Us 2, I think even came out to even a way bigger release, and I don't have the stats for that in front of me. So yeah, this has already a built-in fan base, and everyone is really passionate about this franchise. As you saw with the fan outrage of the last game.
Dude, Reddit was a mistake.
Yeah.
Reddit was a mistake. Anyways, moving on. Oh wait, no, we still got a couple minutes. I do want to bring up this point though about the Last of Us 2. I mean, even it's going to be on HBO, right? That's typically what, a 10-episode series?
Yeah.
Like their miniseries are typically 10 episodes.
Yeah, no, it's no more than 10 usually.
Chernobyl, Watchmen, those were both 10, right? Can you properly tell The Last of Us with only 10 episodes?
I don't know.
A lot of shit happens in that game, and I think a lot of people, when they think about the stories that happen in that game, they kind of remember the major beats, but they don't remember they don't remember what kind of like the subtle storytelling that's in there. Like, I don't know if you remember the part of the game where you're finding notes.
Oh, in the tunnel?
Yeah, in the tunnel. I forgot his name. Was it Abed or Aham? Is the name that began with A.
Oh yeah, like the little notes. But I'm sure they'll have the major story beats like the brothers, and Tommy and his wife at the dam.
Yeah.
And then because I've actually watched a fan edit of The Last of Us, where it was edited into 8 mini parts, and I was like, okay, this is like a movie. And I was like, I think you could stretch it out to 10 episodes. It's actually on YouTube. Anyone who wants to watch The Last of Us as a movie, I forgot. There's so many edits of them, but there's this one edit that is very cinematic. It's like you're really watching an animated movie of The Last of Us, and it's so good. And I got my mom to watch it, and she binged it in one night. So like my mom knows the story of Last of Us, and without even playing the game.
How do you think they'll make the what are they called? The zombie plants. What the fuck are they? Someone in the chat correct me. What are the monsters? The infected, but they're called something else.
Isn't it just infected? Last of Us infected. Yeah. The wiki says cordyceps?
Cordyceps. Yeah.
But the Last of Us wiki refers to them as the infected.
I remember there was another name. Maybe I'm thinking of like particular types of
bloaters and shit
bloaters,
like
runners. How do you think they'll do you think they'll just go all CGI, and do you think it'll look good?
Oh, like, no. I think I don't know if I saw a making of Last of Us, but I think they had a body tracking for those. So I think they'll do it Walking Dead style. Like they'll have runners, stalkers who will hide behind a corner and just run at you. Clickers is, I think.
That's the word I'm looking for. Clickers. That's what the fuck I was looking for.
I'm really excited to see clickers in a cinematic form. Like, that's going to be good. And same with bloaters and shamblers. And even if we get to the storylines in Last of Us 2, the Rat King, I'm really excited about.
Dude, fuck the Rat King. Fuck that fucking boss battle. Fuck that shit.
I actually lucked out when I first played it. Y'all should change the category to just chatting. Oh, shit.
Good looking out, BTG play.
Whoopsies.
You're still a hoe, though.
Thank you.
But, what the fuck was I going to say? Drop my phone. I've been just dropping shit all day.
Holy shit. I mean,
what did you have it on before?
What the fuck?
Oh, it was on English VR? I mean, if you want to get technical with it, you know, like we're all in the Matrix. This is all technically VR. right? We all have to take either the blue pill or the red pill. I, of course, I'm trying to think of something fucking stupid to say, and I got nothing. I took
Oh wait, no, just talk shit.
I don't know. If Morpheus were to come to me and say, "Hey, do you want the red pill or the blue pill?" I think I would say, "Hey, you got something in gummy flavor? Because I'll take whatever you got in that." Which is a quick reminder: take your gummies, take your multivitamins. Right? Some of us are old, 30 years old, man, and I feel like I'm getting my AARP card in the mail soon.
Yeah. So.
You got it fixed?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I didn't know how much longer I could stall.
Okay, but so I mean that's all we could. That's all there pretty much is there to say at this point for the Last of Us show. I'm curious to see who they cast for Tommy now. Now that Pedro Pascal. Some people are thinking Oscar Isaac, which is I doubt that because of they're already friends in real life, and same with the Tess. I'm really excited to see who they cast as Tess and all those characters.
Sidebar. Did you know that originally Tess was supposed to be the final boss of Last of Us?
No. Tell me more.
Yeah, they did a panel. I think it was at PAX where they showed. I think it was a concept art where Joel is like tied to a chair and like Tess is like holding a knife to him. I think I didn't watch the panel, but I read a couple articles on it, and I think the idea is that like Tess basically gets betrayed by Joel because he didn't give Ellie to the. He didn't finish the job. All right, it didn't look like he was going to finish it. So
yeah, I think Tess is probably my favorite part of the first Last of Us.
I don't have a favorite character in The Last of Us.
Actually, maybe the brothers, maybe the first, and then Tess right after. But anyways, moving on.
Oh, I got it. My favorite character in The Last of Us is the giraffe.
Yeah. Speaking of, actually, anyways, so what happened this past Sunday was the Super Bowl, and did we witness greatness or did we watch someone get the ass beating they deserve? Gio, tell me about this.
Look, man, I might just be some bitter.
Wait.
I might just be some. Oh, what's up?
Never mind. Go on.
There we go. I might just be some bitter fucking Niners fan, right? Mad at the Super Bowl last year where we were unfairly robbed of a Super Bowl because of several calls that were called on the Chiefs this year, right? That's a defense that likes to grab, right? Patrick Mahomes. Everyone is over here riding Patrick Mahomes, saying he's the next great thing, and I'm not going to doubt the man's skill. He is a very talented quarterback. He makes throws like no other. He is a great QB. But you know what else? I'm also petty as fuck. So fuck Patrick Mahomes and fuck the whole Kansas City team because their team name is racist and they got what they deserved. So, ergo, fuck y'all, right? The Tampa Bay Bucks dominated on defense to a score of 31-9. Kansas City didn't even get a fucking touchdown, and I loved every fucking second of it, right? A lot of people can cry about the refs calls, but those are a lot of flags that should have been thrown on y'all last year and throughout the season. So it is what it is. Other than that, the Super Bowl was a blast. I remember me and you talked about it briefly that we were split on the weekend halftime show. I liked it. You were kind of about it.
Wait, so you like the shaky cam?
Yeah, I like the shaky cam. I mean, it told a kind of a bit of a story, and you had the Court of Owls come out and dance with the Weeknd. I thought it was pretty cool.
I like how you brought out robots that weren't even Daft Punk.
That's why you're salty. That's what the fuck you're salty about.
It was not. I would rather watch Bruno Mars' performance again than The Weeknd's.
I like The Weeknd's. I'm just sad he never performed Heartless because that's my fucking jam. Never need a bitch, I'm what a bitch need. Anyway, speaking of what I need, Mikey, tell me about Bitcoin and what's this going on with fucking Tesla?
So the past week, fresh off the Robin Hood fiasco and
Oop.
everyone buying GME, everyone was looking for the next meme thing to buy into, and it was Doge. And Elon Musk put more gasoline on fire and started tweeting about Doge, and it's like Doge could be the future currency of the future. Wait, redundant. And then so a bunch of people got into Doge with large sums of money. And then the latest earnings report for Tesla showed that they just bought $1.5 billion of Bitcoin.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
But they didn't buy Doge?
Yeah, so why would he tell people to buy Doge when he's actually buying Bitcoin? And when the news came out, Bitcoin shot up, I think, I think maybe 30, 13, I don't know, a large percentage. And when that happened, Tesla made more profit in Bitcoin than they ever did creating cars, just by holding it for 3 months. Because apparently they bought it in early December, and it's gone up since then.
Yeah.
And so he bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, and since then it's increased in value, and he's made way more profit. And he's going to be the first one of many companies that are probably going to follow through because, it's going to get crazy for internet money that's called Bitcoin.
Mikey, if Bitcoin surpasses 100,000, when it does, right, I will get you a shirt made that says Satoshi was right.
Hey, that'd be cool. Wait, and I have some. I forgot to add that Tesla might accept Bitcoin as payment for the future, and they've already done so in the past in 2013. And also, Bitcoin-related news: Miami is the first American city to have Bitcoin in their city budget, paying their government employees in Bitcoin. And just this week, MasterCard and Apple announced that they're going to accept Bitcoin payments now.
Yep.
And
I think Miami accepting Bitcoin, I think that's all due to the hard work done by Rick Ross and Trick Daddy and no one else.
Oh yeah, even Soulja Boy and Lindsay Lohan are trying to show their own version of crypto.
They have Soulja Boy has his own crypto. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's just like the last crypto bull run with Floyd Mayweather and DJ Khaled. But anyways,
yeah, god damn it.
So, speaking of the internet, looks like we can all watch E3 through the internet now because there's going to be an online event planned, Gio?
So E3 is planning to move their event. Well, hold on. Let me roll back a second, right? E3 has been dying for the last couple of years, right? Where it just got flat out fucking canceled.
Yeah, because the companies are making their own conventions, right?
Well, COVID pretty much
that too.
COVID pretty much kicked the what's the word? It kicked the. I can't think of the rights thing. Well, fuck it, whatever. Anyways, COVID basically was like the camel that the straw that broke the camel's back. That's the fucking thing I was trying to say. And it was canceled last year. Now they're planning to make an online show for this year, right? Because last year we had that Summer Games Fest where several little things that were kind of announced, like spread it out through three months. And I remember hearing about events and watching them, and there was like nothing that I cared about. So it was just a whole lot of disappointment last year. Here's the thing though, right? They're planning to go online. One, why the fuck would any company pay the ESRB to have their stuff on E3 when they can just make their own fucking thing? Sony did, Nintendo has been doing it, Ubisoft did, EA did, Microsoft did. Am I missing anyone?
Probably.
Any of the bigger ones?
But everyone did.
Yeah. So it's like why and they have to pay the ESA, not the ESRB, the ESA. They have to pay the ESA money to be like, hey, we want to use your slots, your time slot. It's not even a physical space. So even though they're planning for an online event, we'll see it if it actually happens. I mean, the ESRB, I'm not the ESRB, the ESA has been under a hot fire. I don't know if you remember, Mikey, but like 2 years ago, they got in trouble because basically on their website, they linked a bunch of personal information for like people
Oh
who like
yeah, I
were
remember
journalists.
that.
Yeah, like I remember clicking that document. I was like, oh hey, these people I follow on YouTube, there's all their fucking phone numbers and all their addresses. So we'll see. But it's all big, smoke and mirrors and all that. The magic of E3 is kind of not there anymore. But speaking of smoke and mirrors, Mikey, tell me about the Wizard of Oz.
So, because Hollywood can't think of any original ideas, there are two Wizard of Oz movies coming out now. One's a reboot and one's a musical. The first one, it's a reboot by New Line Pictures, and they hired the director of the Watchmen TV show because they were looking for a visionary filmmaker who can reimagine the book.
What's his name? Damien Lindor? Is that his name?
Yeah. Wait, shit, I don't have the name. Sorry. But they liked what she did with the Watchmen show and her ability to adapt challenging material. So I don't know if it's going to be a reboot, reimagining, and I don't know if it's going to top the original because that's a classic for decades.
Yeah.
And because they're having a Wizard of Oz movie, they actually don't have the license for like the Red Slippers because Warner Brothers has the license for the Red Slippers. And since they learned about this movie, Warner Brothers is going to have their own Wizard of Oz movie, but it's going to be a musical called Toto, the Doggone Amazing Story. And it's going to be...
but if they don't have Toto the band performing music, then this is just a waste of time.
It might be, because it's going to be written by the guy who wrote the live-action adaptation of Aladdin, and I thought that was not a good movie. But I don't know. You're gonna watch this, right?
You set that up like you were like going to say something positive about that. Like last time live-action Aladdin movie, I thought it was not good. You hella fucking set that up. But what was I gonna say? The people who made Watchmen and Chernobyl, they're getting a lot of like work. Like I've been noticing that lately.
Yeah, like as they should, because they deserve to get more work. But their choices in their projects is interesting. But anyways, speaking of things that people are asking for, tell me what's going on with Pokemon and Post Malone?
God fucking damn it, Mikey. Why do they take things I love and put it with things that I just don't give a shit about? Right? I don't really fucking hate Post Malone. I think he has a few good songs, but it's just like, why Post Malone of all fucking artists? So Post Malone is going to hold a Pokemon virtual concert in celebration of the 25th anniversary of the Pokemon franchise. It was going to be, hold on, I have the date here. February 25th on the anniversary website. Pokemon, honestly, even though this is, God, whenever I look at that picture, I fucking crack up.
I was like, we need this for the kids.
Oh, God damn it. Do kids even listen to Post Malone?
I know they know Sunflower.
Yeah, okay, that is okay. I'll give Post Malone Sunflower. That's a great fucking song, but I give more credit to Sway Lee. Sway Lee also, he did the undisputable classic No Flex Zone by Ray Strummer. Anyways, Pokemon is not shy to collaborating with more contemporary artists for kind of stuff here in the West. They partnered up with Katy Perry last year, and we talked about them having a fashion design or fashion collaboration with Levi's. and I'm still thinking about putting some money out of my savings so I could get those pants and jacket and look fucking fresh.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's beside the point. Virtual consoles are all the rage now. Fucking, there's been a bunch of them in Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
Travis Scott, Weezer. I'm not surprised that Pokemon is pulling a virtual console to celebrate the 25th anniversary. It's one of the biggest franchises in the world. If not, it's probably in the top 3, right?
Yeah.
Like Pokemon, I think is bigger than everything except fucking Disney. Well, okay,
Wait,
no,
isn't
Disney
it bigger than Disney? Or actually, I don't know.
is Pokemon bigger than Disney? Do you think so? I think they're on equal footing. No, maybe no. I think Disney has more of a history, so I'll give it to Disney. It's bigger than Marvel. It's bigger than Star Wars. Is it bigger than Mario? Maybe.
Hold on, I'm looking at the biggest, highest grossing media franchises, and number 1 is Pokemon.
What the fuck? Okay, it's the biggest franchise in the world.
Yeah, over Hello Kitty, Winnie the Pooh, then Mickey Mouse and Friends, and then Star Wars. Wow.
God damn.
Yeah, Pokemon is a $100 billion franchise. That's crazy.
I'm trying to look if I have any Pokemon swag around me. I have my Snorlax plushie in the back, but it's far away. Regardless, though, the success that Pokemon has is fucking unreal. And speaking of unreal, Mikey, tell me about this Unreal Engine that the Epic Game Store thing has revealed. I don't know what's going on.
Wait, so Epic Games just announced a new browser-based software tool powered by the Unreal Engine, and it's called the Metahuman Creator. And it's a cloud stream app designed to take real-time digital human creation from weeks or months to less than an hour without compromising on quality. It can, as you can see, it can craft highly realistic human faces and help power more realistic body movements and facial animations. And Epic Games says the Metahuman Creator can be used in conjunction with modern motion capture and animation techniques for creating lifelike movements and human interaction scenes built for video games, film, TV, and other formats. So I think this could change. It could change the game for a cinematic video game, like storytelling.
Yeah, because what they showed, the models that they showed were really impressive, right? It wasn't like super like top of the line, the best that they can do.
Yeah, it doesn't quite pass the uncanny valley factor.
Yeah, not yet. But what I think the key thing about this is that it's browser based and it makes it available, ready for developers. So indie studios could get on this ASAP Rocky, and start making these metahumans.
Yeah, the company says that these photorealistic humans can be generated in a matter of minutes and equipped with unique hairstyles and clothing, and they can be tailored further to meet needs of any production. And Epic Games says they intend to release the Metahuman Creator outside a broad 2021 release window, but for developers who are interested and artists who are also interested, they can sign up for updates on the Unreal Engine. Any developers out there watching this show right now. But speaking, actually, what's going on with Studio Ghibli?
Man, so Studio Ghibli, as you all know, they speak. We were talking about Disney. Speaking of Disney, like Studio Ghibli is kind of like the Disney of Japan, right? We talked about they're building a theme park in Japan last week. We're talking about that. And they just released their first CGI movie called Earwig and the Witch. Now, Mikey, I don't know if you've seen the trailers for this movie.
I have not.
Very much not. Didn't look like a Ghibli movie from the trailer, and maybe that's because of the CGI, but it just didn't have the same feel.
Could you compare it to another similar animation, or like another show that has similar animation? Is it like a Netflix CGI or 2D, or no CGI show?
Kind of. I want to say, yeah, kind of like maybe like a Netflix style show. I mean that's not a knock on Netflix show. I've heard a lot of Netflix CGI shows are pretty good, but there's like a feeling you get when you watch a Studio Ghibli movie when it's hand drawn in 2D. Now, Earwig and the Witch, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was released in Japan in December. It was released this month for us here on HBO Max and in theaters, and it is fucking bombed, right? It has currently a 33% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 45% on Metacritic, right? And this movie, the thing that is significant about this movie, it is directed by Goro Miyazaki, who is son of famed director Hayao Miyazaki, who gave us fucking classics like Spirited Away, Castle in the Sky, My Neighbor Totoro. There's just so many. Porco Rosso, Nausicaa Valley of the Wind, Princess Mononoke, a lot of fucking classics, and
amazing classics.
You know, it must be heartbreaking, and it must to like in the son's positions, right? To have to live up to that shadow, right? I feel for Goro Miyazaki and having to live in that big shadow that his father casts. And you know what? I'm gonna say fuck the reviews, and I'm gonna give a watch to this movie. And I'll report back next week what I think. But moving on, speaking of, yeah, I got nothing for this one. Speaking of controversy, it's just right there. Tell me what the fuck is this controversy, Mikey?
So, hold up. Let me get the clock going.
Hold up.
This game was actually announced a decade ago, and recently Highwire Games is reviving this controversial game. Like, it was announced in 2009 by Konami, but activists, veterans, and families who were killed in actions lambasted the studio, and because of that, Konami dropped out, and the original developers, Atomic Gamers, were unable to secure funding and could not finish developing the game. And Highwire Games said that they've been working on this game for 3 years with Victura, which consists of former developers of Halo and Destiny. And they said, throughout history, we try to understand our world through events that happen to somebody else. 6 Days in Fallujah asks you to solve these real-life challenges for yourself. We believe that trying to do something for ourselves can help us understand not just what happened, but why it happened the way it did. Video games can connect us in the ways other media cannot. And they really insisted that this game is not associated with the U.S. government and will not be used in recruiting, but they did, however, speak over to 100 Marines, soldiers, Iraqi civilians in the making of the game.
You said it was Highwire Games?
Yeah.
Have they made anything before?
I don't know. I mean, they were the former developers of Halo and Destiny, so that's what.
I just googled them, and there's nothing on a wiki page, so I'd have to look at it. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think about the story, Mikey? Like,
I don't know. Yeah, because they're recreating true events made by the people who were there, and so it's I don't know. It's an interesting dynamic. And then Highwire Games said the portion of the proceeds of the game are going to be donated to organizations supporting coalition service members who have been affected by the war on terror.
I think the argument or the controversy is that a lot of people fear that this game will be used to glorify war crimes done in the United States.
That was one of the main criticisms the first time it came out, and yeah, I'm sure those criticisms are going to be brought up again because it's true stories, and it was like, I don't know.
And I think those are valid criticisms, to be honest, because there's a lot of things with the Iraq War that were a little shady.
I don't know. Yeah,
I'm doubting it, but
it's like, should this be something that people should experience themselves, or is it just straight up propaganda?
Yeah, I mean, though they're insistent about it, I mean, I guess we'll have to wait for the final product to come out to see, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyways, moving on. So, pictures of the Joker came out or were released, right? Wait, hold on. Shit. Boom. Tell me about that, Gio.
Yeah, so photos of Jared Leto playing as the Joker were released for the Snyder cut of the Justice League movie that is coming out in March. And this Joker looks, I gotta say, dude, I kind of like this I like this kind of version of the Joker. I'm not mad at these photos. I think they look pretty decent, right? With the long hair and the fucking goddamn no more grill or damaged tattoos. God damn it, David Ayers. Like, what the fuck were you thinking? Anyways, Zack Snyder is also, I'm not gonna mention it here because if anybody wants to go super blind into Justice League Snyder Cut, but if you are interested, where Zack Snyder ended up posting this pic, he ended up kind of elaborating a little bit on how the Joker would fit into the Justice League movie. Because if you've watched the original, the theatrical version, right, you would say, well, I would say, like, where the hell would the Joker even fit in all this? Like, this makes no goddamn sense. So I don't know, like, I don't love Jared Leto as an actor. I thought he had one good role for me in fucking Dallas Buyers Club.
That was good.
But I don't think I've ever really seen him in anything else that I've really been impressed by. I didn't watch the
Requiem
new,
for a Dream?
I never watched Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah, it's a pretty depressing watch.
No, well, that's just what I need.
I saw people comparing this version of Jared Leto's Joker to Heath Ledger's Joker because of the way it looks. Or what do you think about that?
I don't know. I don't see that. It just kind of the long hair, but I'm looking at the photo now, and I don't see the comparisons. I mean, we got to see the mannerisms and how he is, but yeah, I don't know. But I'm excited. I'm excited for this. It could be a cluster fire. It could be decent. It might be a masterpiece. Anything is possible, but I'm here for the ride, regardless of the outcome, whether it's a 1 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. I'm just excited for it. But you know what? You just gotta roll with what, you just gotta roll with the hand of cards that life gives you, right? Because sometimes you get a Joker and other times you get a king. And speaking of kings, tell me about Game of Thrones, Mikey. Dude, I'm on a fucking roll today with my fucking segues. Fucking someone hire me to write segues.
All right, so Game of Thrones just announced for their spin-off show House of Dragons, they have casted 4 new people, which are Steve Toussaint, who was in Steve McQueen's Small Axe, Eve Best from the Netflix fantasy series Fate: The Winx Saga, and Sonoya Mizuno, who is dark-haired robot from Ex Machina and the TV show Devs, and Rise Ifans. I don't know how to say this. What?
That was the main robot from Ex Machina?
No, not the main robot. The dark-haired Asian, the dancing robot.
From the dancing scene. Okay, I was like, I thought the actress's name was something different. Okay, go on.
Yeah, and Riz, is it Rice or Riz Ifans? Anyways, the guy that played Doc Connors, aka the Lizard, and Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2. And but yeah, Steve Toussaint is playing Lord Corlys Velaryon, also known as the Sea Snake, the Lord of House Velaryon, a Valyrian bloodline as old as House Targaryen. The Sea Snake is the most famed nautical adventurer in the history of Westeros. He built his house into a powerful sea that is even richer than the Lannisters and claims the largest navy in the world. And Eve Best is going to play Princess Rhaenys Velaryon, a dragon rider and wife to Lord Corlys Velaryon, the queen who never was passed over as heir to the throne at the Great Council because the realm favored her cousin, Viserys, simply for being male. Rhaenys Ifans is playing Otto Hightower. He's the hand of the king who loyally and faithfully serves both his king and his realm. As the hand sees it, the greatest threat to the realm is the king's brother, Daemon, and his position as heir to the throne. And Mizuno is going to play a character named Mysaria. She came to Westeros with nothing, sold more times than she can recall, and could have wilted, but instead she rose to become the most trusted and most unlikely ally of Princess Daemon Targaryen, the heir to the throne. And so yeah, they'll be joining Matt Smith, who played Doctor Who. And yeah.
You know what, Mikey? I'm going to take back all my Game of Thrones slander from about 20 minutes ago. I am willing to read the Game of Thrones books.
Oh.
When George R.R. Martin fucking finishes the series.
Oh. All right then.
I'll leave that here for posterity. When George R.R. Martin fucking finishes the series, I will read the Game of Thrones books. You can quote me on that.
All right, well then. Well, so that brings us to the end of our show, because that's the last topic of the day. Wait, just kidding. We have another topic. Gio, tell us about CD Projekt Red getting hacked. What happened with that?
God damn it, dude. CD Projekt Red, I mean, you could say they can't catch a break. You can also say that, I don't know, this might be karma for what they did with Cyberpunk, but CD Projekt Red got hacked. This is a redundant statement, but they got hacked by hackers. Yeah, that's pretty redundant. But anyways, these hackers ended up stealing the source code to The Witcher 3 as well as Cyberpunk. I was trying to think of the full name, but I'm like, I'll just call it Cyberpunk. Everyone knows what that is. And they basically made a ransom note to the studio, right?
Mm-hmm.
God, what were the demands? Hold on, I had it pulled up somewhere.
That's not it, but
they it was they had collected data through ransomware. But I think what CD Projekt Red put out a statement saying that they won't negotiate. They have the authorities on it, because a lot of times, from what I know, is that when these ransomware attacks with hackers happen, even if you give into the demands, they're going to still release it, right?
yeah.
And I remember reading the ransom note, and they were saying like, you're going to get pwned and shit like that. And it's like, all right, these are either like some like 13-year-old savants or like some fucking 40-year-olds who fucking got nothing better to do, right? I can understand being mad at CD Projekt Red, but
yeah,
I don't know what exactly.
Like CD Projekt Red does deserve some criticism for releasing an unfinished game, but they don't deserve this.
Yeah. Because, like, if you really think about it, right? Besides the source code, I don't know what other information it is. It could be personal information for like employees, and the people who made these decisions about Cyberpunk. It wasn't the guy who was fucking modeling dildos for the game, right?
Yeah.
And if you played Cyberpunk, there's a shit ton of dildos in that fucking game.
I haven't played it yet. Waiting for
they
the
had to
PS5
patch
update.
They had to patch it out like 3 times to reduce the amount of dildos. But here's the key continuing parts of the story. Apparently, right? The source code has already been sold. There was an auction online, and it was reported that that the starting price was $1 million, with the buy it now price being $7 million, and it was reported that it had been sold. I can't find the exact numbers, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, the dark web, you never know what they're gonna do. Sometimes it's feeling like you're in the Matrix, right? But speaking of being in the Matrix, tell me about Keanu possibly in the MCU.
So there were rumors that Craven was going to get his own spin-off movie, and apparently Keanu Reeves was approached for the role, but thankfully he turned it down, because I can't picture Keanu Reeves in the role of Craven. But it kind of makes me excited, because if they can make a Morbius movie, they can make a Craven movie, and so like I'm actually excited at that concept, but not as Keanu Reeves with Craven. The internet is demanding or asking for Carl Urban to be Craven, which I'm actually not against. But he's already been in the MCU, so I don't know.
Do you think it was because if they made a Craven spin-off movie, I'm assuming this would be the Fox Spider-Man deal, right? They'd be like a Morpheus type deal. Do you think that's kind of the reason why Keanu was like, Oh, Sony, not Fox. You're right.
Yeah.
Sony. Do you think that's part of the reason why Keanu turned it down? Because it's like we don't know what the quality of these Fox spinoffs are going to be like. Because Venom wasn't that great.
Yeah, actually I haven't seen it, but now I might have to because multiverse stuff. But
Also, which real quick, you know who I would cast as Kraven?
who?
Antonio Banderas.
No. Wait,
Come on.
but anyways, what do you want Keanu Reeves in the MCU? I think I'd rather have him be Gambit over Kraven, but then would Keanu Reeves need to do the Cajun accent?
Gambit. Can I see Keanu Reeves as Gambit?
I have another one, which is
Who's the other one?
Silver Surfer, because Silver Surfer was torn away from his love, lost from his planet, philosopher of the stars, guilt working for a world leader, trying to take him to uninhabited worlds to lessen the damage. I think
I like that one more.
Keanu Reeves is perfect for Silver Surfer.
I see that Silver Surfer. If we ever get fucking to the Silver Surfer in the MCU,
yeah.
well, I mean, eventually, I mean, in phase like fucking maybe 8, when we're like fucking 50.
Yeah. Well, speaking of things that we can get, WB Games patented something that no one else can get, right? Tell me about that.
So the game Shadow, what was it? Shadow of Mordor was the first one. Shadow of War was the second. That series of games introduced a mechanic called the Nemesis system, and what it was that
Vanilla.
I don't know who that is.
Vanilla Kozlovsky should play Kraven, says Arkin the Whack.
I don't know, dude. I think it should be Vince Vaughn. Anyways, they invented this system called the Nemesis system, where if you were killed by
I see it.
an enemy character, right? If you were killed by an enemy character, the enemy character became your nemesis, and they would kind of level up each time they would kill you, right? It was very unique. It got a lot of praise, but we haven't seen a system like that being implemented in any other game in a while, right? It's only been implemented, and we know the reason why, because WB has patented that system, and they've been catching a lot of heat. A lot of people are saying like, yo, this is like bullshit. Like, why are you patenting a system in a game? Like, you're stifling creativity and you're just being greedy. And originally, right, their patent was denied until they won an appeal, right? And basically, the thing is, it's like, greed's gonna win. Greed wins in the long run. But what I've been hearing people hypothesize, right, is that they think that the patent for the Nemesis system is something that is so specific, is that other companies would be able to not recreate it, but like kind of make something similar without towing that line. But I think that WB is probably going to just start suing people, even if they don't have even if it isn't exactly like the Nemesis system, they're probably just going to start suing people.
Yeah. I actually really enjoyed those games, but yeah.
I've never played them still. Sometimes you're in war for glory, and sometimes you're in war for loot. And speaking of loot and vault hunters, tell me about this Borderlands movie. Like, what's up with that, dude? We've been hearing about this Borderlands movie casting for a long fucking while.
Yeah, so a few days ago, they just announced that Jack Black has also joined the cast of the Borderlands movie, reuniting with Kevin Hart from the Jumanji movies. And Jack Black is going to be playing our sarcastic robot called Claptrap. He's a character that's sort of a mashup of Wall-E and Deadpool. And according to the Borderlands wiki, Claptrap is a general-purpose robot manufactured by Hyperion. It has been programmed with an over-enthusiastic personality and brags frequently, yet also expresses severe loneliness and cowardice. And the movie's going to be directed by Eli Roth. And the president, or no. Yeah, he said we couldn't have been more excited to be casting Jack Black. It's the biggest no-brainer that we've ever made. And anyone who plays the game knows that Jack Black is perfect for the role. And we're thrilled to have him to the movie. So Jack Black is joining Kevin Hart, Cate Blanchett, Jamie Curtis, and the movie is going to be written by The Last of Us writer and Chernobyl writer Craig Mazin. So it has a really talented cast and crew. So
Mikey, I'm not gonna lie. I am very much surprised they haven't announced The Rock in some
yeah, right.
some role for this movie, because I feel like this is like a movie that The Rock would fucking be in for no fucking reason. Have you played Borderlands?
No, but I have it for VR, which I haven't gotten to yet. I guess for
Fair
the
enough.
second one, but yeah, people have been playing this game or franchise for like ever, and they're still talking about it on video game forums. But anyways, what's going on? Why? I don't know. McDonald's. Why is it an unhappy meal?
All right, Mikey, let me tell you a quick story from my days of when I go out into the world during the pandemic. Right? So I went to Target the other day to go buy the fuck did I buy? I went to go buy yogurt because Target sells like my favorite kind of yogurt, Oikos 000, but that's beside the point. As I was walking up to Target, there was a fucking line, I want to say, of about 30 to 35 people just waiting outside, and I was very much confused. I was like, in these times that we're living, I'm like, are they limiting the amount of people that could go into the store at once? Like, what's the deal? But they were lined up by the exit, and I saw people just kept going into Target. So I was like, okay, that's weird. I come out, I grab my yogurt, I come out, and I asked the dude in front, I'm like, hey, what are y'all lining up for? And he's like, Pokemon cards. And I just looked at him and I was like, all right, that's what's up. I walked away. Pokemon cards are all the fucking rage again, right? I'm mad at myself for not having my my cards that I kept in a binder that I don't know where the fuck they are, because I had a holographic first edition Pidgeot, and I probably could have sold that for a lot of money now. Well, maybe not a lot, but a decent amount. Anyways, Pokemon cards, we already talked about them being the fucking number one franchise. McDonald's has teamed up with Pokemon to create a Pokemon Happy Meal, right? And in each pack, in each Happy Meal, there is a pack of 4 Pokemon cards, as well as a box. You know, the Happy Meal box that looks like Pikachu, right?
Right there.
Yeah, like that. Now, here's what's going on. Scalpers are fucking buying all the fucking Happy Meals, and they are getting the boxes of the Pikachu boxes, and they're selling them separately for $100 for a cardboard fucking box, right? Dude, I'm a huge fucking Nintendo fanatic. I lined up for Amiibos, and I wouldn't do this degenerate shit. That's shame on you, fucking scalpers. Shame on fucking you.
I think we should put equal blame on the people who are buying these cardboard boxes of Pikachu for $100.
I blame Twitch streamers. Wait, hold on. Never mind. But anyways, you got to be fast. These are going fast. And speaking of going fast, Mikey, tell me what's up with fucking Sonic right now.
That's good.
Have you realized that we've had a Sonic story for the past 3 weeks?
Yeah, I realized that because on top of last week's news, where Netflix ordering a 24 episode Sonic show, they just announced a Sonic 2 sequel from the first one. Because when Sonic the Hedgehog opened in February of 2020, it went on to be a big hit, which actually made it the 6th highest grossing film of 2020. And with those kind of statistics, of course, a sequel is going to happen. And so the movie is officially titled Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And
just like the game.
Yeah, and the motion picture, as you can see by the number 2, it confirms the two-tailed fox who appears in the game, Tails, I don't know if you've seen the first movie, but yeah. So,
I saw the movie.
So it's going to have the same crew, cast and crew, same director, same writer, but is Jim Carrey going to come back? I don't know.
He has to, man. He was the best part of the first movie. And in fact, I'm going to give you a hot take right now, Mikey. Right? Mm-hmm. Jim Carrey should get the Oscar nom for Best Supporting Actor at the Oscars for his role as Dr. Eggman. Go fuck yourselves.
Okay, but it's kind of crazy because when it first announced the look of Sonic, everyone was hating on it, and then they delayed it by what 6 months to change the entire look, and now it's becoming or now it became a high grossing film, and now it's getting a sequel. It's becoming a franchise.
Hell yeah, let's fucking go. Also, the logo for the movie looks just like the logo for the second game.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited. Do you think you'll bring Knuckles into it?
Someone said that rumored Jason Momoa is gonna play Knuckles, and
What?
that's weird. I can't picture Jason Momoa as a voice actor because he's such a personality, like his face and stuff, right? I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
and speaking of franchises for children that are popping up out of nowhere, tell me about the book franchise Redwall.
bruh. Okay, Redwall is not. It is for children, but dude, fuck yeah, I love Redwall. There is like 26 books. Let's fucking go. So Redwall, right? Let me tell you this, right? I'm gonna give you another hot take. Fuck Game of Thrones. I'm gonna take back my take back of slander. It's all about Redwall if you want some fucking fantasy shit, because these are mice, these are ferrets, these are otters, these are water voles, right? And they're out here living in Redwall Bay, and they're getting an adaptation to Netflix. Brian Jacques, I can't pronounce his name. I never fucking looked it up. Jacques. He unfortunately passed away, I think in either 2011 or 2012. He wrote 26 books, and I think there was a 27th book released posthumous. Did I pronounce that right? Posthumous. That's just one word that I always see, but I never pronounce it, and so I fucking don't know how to say it. Anyways, they're finally getting an adaptation, and I think they've been trying to adapt this series for years and years and years, but this is the first time that both the book and the movie rights are held by the same company, who gave the rights to Netflix in order to adapt it, and I am fucking excited. For those of you who don't know, Redwall, what the series is, it's basically kind of a long anthology, because the books span generations of generations and generations, where it is basically there's a Redwall Bay that often comes under fire by vermin. There's other characters that are involved. There's always a hero involved. And some of the cool things is, like, if you read, like, I think, like, let's say for example you read like the 7th book, they'll reference things that happen in the 1st book as like legends. Like, it spans a long fucking time. I am excited. I am hyped. Let's fucking go, Redwall. Let's fucking go. But speaking of things that people think are childish, but they're not really, tell me about what's this Donald Glover thing?
That was good.
Yeah,
But so yesterday on Instagram, Donald Glover dropped on his IG story of him dancing to Paul Anka's "Put Your Head on My Shoulder," and then it cuts to actress Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Fleabag fame, looking unamused, and then it switches to a title card called "Mr. and Mrs. Smith" for Amazon 2022, and so there's not much information about it other than that it's going to be produced by New Regency and Amazon Studios, and the writer of Hulu's space drama The First. And Donald Glover and Phoebe Waller-Bridge are co-creators and executive producers. So this is like, I'm assuming there's like a passion project because they're friends in real life. Hey, Rachel, y'all got a dip. Thanks, Arkin Wack.
Thanks, Arkin Wack.
And so in the movie, the Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, they play married spies, unaware of each other's professions, discover that their warring companies want the other person dead. And the movie is controversial at the time because they hooked up and Angelina stole Brad from Jen. And anyways, but this is going to be a TV series. So with Donald Glover, on top of him doing Atlanta, which he barely comes out, like it's like we get that season every other year. So
Atlanta's amazing.
so yeah, I don't know. Are you looking forward to this?
Look, man, I look forward to anything Donald Glover puts out. Music, movies, whatever the fuck it is. I fucking love that man. Um, so I mean, I might not watch it because the concept of the Mr. and Mrs. concept, even when I watched the movie, I was never really enthralled with the concept.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I think the concept is done better in the manga Spy X Family, but that's a whole other argument. Anyways, but I'll give it a peep. You know, I'll check it out, give it a watch, maybe the first episode. But we'll see. We'll see if Donald Glover can carry it, because I mean, he has that ability to carry like things because he's just that fucking talented.
Yeah. And speaking of new shows on new streaming networks, what's going on with HBO Max?
So HBO Max has basically ordered a revival, a new show, and a renewal for animated series that are aimed at adults.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the first one is a show themed around the Scooby-Doo character Velma that is going to be more of like an adult-oriented show, which, honestly, I don't know how the fuck, what would that look like? Like, what would they go in with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we kind of saw, like, glimpses of an adult Scooby-Doo with the movies that I don't know if you watched those movies as kids, Mikey, but tonally they were really fucking weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of sexual innuendos for a kids movie.
Yeah, it was a kids movie that it didn't want to be a kids movie, but then the studio made it a kids movie, and it was very much a very, very weird show. But this is them full on saying, no, this is an animated show for adults centered around Velma. Another thing, they have revived the MTV show classic Clone High.
Oh.
With what are the guys who did the Lego movie? Phil Lord, Phil Lord, and who's the other guy? Mikey, do you know?
Oh, Chris Miller.
Phil Lord, and Chris Miller. They're going to be executive producing. They've revived Clone High. If you don't know what that is, it was a show that was on MTV. Basically, you take figures from history like Cleopatra, Abraham Lincoln, Gandhi, JFK, and they are cloned but aged to where they're high schoolers going through high school life. A lot of people enjoyed that show, but it did catch a lot of controversy because of the portrayal of Gandhi as like a party boy high schooler. And then also, last but not least, they have had a renewal for Close Enough, which is the show by J.G. Quintel, who also who is known for doing the regular show that was on Cartoon Network. Close Enough, very similar style to the regular show, but definitely more adult themed. So I'm excited for those. You know, the Velma show sounds intriguing. I'm excited about seeing Close Enough because I watched a few episodes of the first show and I thought it was good. I just don't have time to watch it. And then, Clone High just coming back from the brink of death, like you thought it was dead, and it just, rose, just like fighters do when they're in the UFC, Mikey. So why don't you tell me about that?
Yeah, so there's actually a UFC event tonight, and it's not really jam-packed with a bunch of like known fighters. Like we have in the middleweight division, we have the Julian, the Cuban Missile Crisis, Marquez, who's 7-2, fighting Maki, the Coconut Bombs, Pitolo.
Hold the fuck up. His name is the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah.
Is he aware that nothing fucking happened in the Cuban Missile Crisis, or is he just an idiot?
Or maybe he's like the fear of the Cuban Missile Crisis.
No. What the fuck? I'm fucking triggered.
And he's fighting Maki, the Coconut Bombs, Pitolo.
I like that one better.
But yeah, I don't know who they are, but they're up and comers. Same with the 140-pound fights, featherweight fights. Andre Ewell is 17-6, fighting 15-3, Chris Gutierrez. And here's one of the better known names, Kelvin Gastelum, fighting an up and comer who's 14-3. So this is a test to see if Kevin Gastelum still has it. And then the co-main is Macy Barber versus Alexa Grasso to see who's a top contender in the women's strawweight division, I think. But the most interesting matchup is the title fight, Kamaru Usman versus Gilbert Burns. It's really interesting because they're both teammates training at the same gym, and they're training to fight against each other, and they've trained together like multiple times. They know who has like the upper hand on who, but this time they're doing it for real with the championship belt on the line. Kamaru Usman only has one loss, and Gilbert Burns only has three. And he's been knocking dudes out and TKOing people, so I'm really excited. I'm actually gonna watch that on stream tonight. I'm not gonna broadcast the fight. I'm gonna stream myself watching the fight. But yeah. So
who would you like? Gun to your head, who would you bet on?
I would bet on Kamaru Usman because he has that Khabib type grappling. Actually, no, it's very different types of grappling, but him, Khabib, train with each other because they both have the same agent. And if they train together, if you're training with Khabib, your grappling must be on point. But yeah, that's for tonight's UFC. I think at 7 p.m. Pacific. I'm not sure. I don't even know. But it's tonight. But yeah, that's it for the show.
It is it for the show. Now, before we wrap up, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. But we are not done. We are having a post show where we will discuss WandaVision spoilers.
Yeah, we're going to talk all spoilers, all like full-on spoilers. If you
so, Mike, I wanted to bring this up with you because I just thought of it. Do you want to kind of maybe do a little bit of a quick just talk to the crowd first and then go into spoilers, or are we going to jump right into it?
I'm down for whatever.
All right, so let's do this. Let's if you want to kind of stick with us for a little bit, probably talk to us for like 5 minutes, ask us questions, or let us know how the show's going. Please stay tuned, and then we will clearly let you know, get the fuck out of here if you haven't seen WandaVision, because we will go into spoilers. I will be yelling about it, saying, spoiler alert, get the fuck out of here. Please follow us on our social media pages, on Twitter at the 1v1 tweet, on Instagram at the 1v1 show, and support us on Patreon if you enjoy what we do. I mean, your views and support are more than enough, but if you want to give us a little extra, we are at patreon.com/the1v1 show. And remember, if you subscribe at the $5 tier, you can win this this Wanda Scarlet Witch Funko Pop. It is a Marvel 80-year Funko Pop. It's pretty cool. I actually really love the original Scarlet Witch costume. I'm very sad that it's not in the fucking MCU because though it is campy.
I mean, no spoilers.
Even though it is campy, I very much enjoy it. But we're gonna end it with the final word, and for that, Mikey, please take it away.
So my final word for today, I keep forgetting that I had to do this, but yeah. So fuck, I don't know. Anyways, buy Bitcoin or something. All right.
There you go. Buy Bitcoin.
All right. Yeah. See. Stay tuned. Oh wait, shit. This is not the ending screen. Whoops. Bye. Oh shit. This is not. Oh fuck. I am fucking up. Wait a minute. What the fuck? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. All right. Bye. Bye, guys.
Okay, we're drinking now. All right. Three. Cool. We back.
And we're back. Talking about WandaVision. Wait, so did you watch WandaVision? This week's?
Oh, hold on. Before we go, just want to anyone that's still rocking with us, how's the show, y'all? What did y'all think? I gotta say, I think I'm pretty fucking good
Yeah, that was
with.
pretty good with the segues. Yeah,
I'm pretty good with segues, man. I'm gonna clip those out, and I'm gonna fucking put them on our. I'm gonna clip those out and put them on our fucking Instagram and Twitter because I think I got A+ on those. I'm with it. I'm with it with the fucking segues. I think this was our best show so far.
I think I did a kind of shitty job because like I was like, oh fuck, I was like trying to look at my notes and do the transitions and everything.
Well, I
And
think
do the clock.
this is the first time. Well, maybe on my end, right? Where
Oh yeah, you did 10 out of 10. Good job.
And
amazing.
my brother didn't fucking come knocking in the room again. Fucking piece of shit. I'll fucking beat his ass later. But
why is your name bigger?
What? My name? Oh, I don't know. And if you all ever see me kind of looking away from the screen, it's because I have it on my phone here next to my laptop. So sometimes I like to check chat and also check the stream just in case like we get dropped again, like that one time in the second week.
Yeah, like
also,
have to stream it like.
Yeah, that I'm looking at my phone, like down here. Also, like
half your face was cut off.
I don't have like a chair that's like high. I'm sitting on a fucking stool that's like really fucking.
Why don't you just tilt the camera down?
Because then you won't see my fucking cool albums. Because you won't see Too Short and Nas.
Use a lower table or an up worm's eye view.
Oh, I could do that. Yeah. All right, I'll play with it. And then like if you notice, my lighting is a little bit better. Well, because I ended up putting this map over the sun.
I was looking at that. I was like, is that new? I couldn't tell. But
yeah,
it's better. It's better. It's like the lighting's a lot better. Improved.
Yeah, I just want to. I'm going to somehow make that look better so it doesn't cover up my Marvel Comics wall. So we'll figure it out. We gonna pay some people off. We're gonna figure it out. Anyways, so for those of you still rocking with us, thank you for joining. But now we will be going into WandaVision spoilers. WandaVision spoilers. Actually, Mikey, what you should do is can you update our thing to say WandaVision spoilers so people don't accidentally come in.
Fuck, I don't even have the picture. Whoops. Okay.
Well, I was talking about the description.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get there.
The last thing I want is for someone to get spoiled on WandaVision because a lot of shit happened this week.
There we go.
Oh, I was talking about like on the like under like where it shows like the game name.
Oh yeah, stream title.
Stream title, that's what the fuck it's called. Yeah, I'm a fucking Twitch boomer.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, WandaVision spoilers, please do not come in if you have not seen WandaVision. It is it's been say magnifique. Honestly, I think we decided to move this to the post show because we really want to talk about spoilers. Mm-hmm. Because it's kind of hard to say, yeah, it was good for like, 5 weeks on end. 6 weeks? Is this the 5th or the 6th episode?
I think it's the 6th.
So we have what, 3 more to go?
Yeah. And it's set up the finale really, really good. I'm so excited.
Officially moving into the 3rd act. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So once again, big warning. WandaVision spoilers. Get the fuck out of here. If you haven't seen WandaVision, if you don't care about WandaVision, you can stay, whatever. But if you are watching WandaVision, if you do care about it, you haven't seen the last episode, please get the fuck out. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking twats.
And I have it down here as well.
Oh, nice. Okay. Anyways.
But yeah, holy shit. Quicksilver from Marvel. I'm not Marvel, Fox.
Fox. Yo, it's like he's playing his character, but it's actually the other guy. That was such a fucking trip.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that part where Wanda goes, "Where's your accent?" And he goes, "Where's yours?" That whole episode was fucking meta as shit.
Yeah, and I was like, wow. And they're never going to go back to that accent thing ever again. Like that's I feel like that's as much attention they're gonna pay.
You don't think at the end that Wanda will have her fucking accent back?
I don't think so.
No, we'll see. We'll see. But so much to fucking talk about. All right, I want to start with this, Mikey. What is cataract?
Wait, what is cataract? Oh wait, fuck. Wait, what is that?
So cataract was, remember when Darcy was going through the files and the director of Sword?
Oh yeah.
There's something called cataract there, right? Now, have you seen like actual real life cataracts? What they look like?
No.
It's like basically your eye looks all like smoky and you can't see anymore.
Yeah.
Now, if you remember when it shows Pietro like his dead body, or not, I guess Peter, Quicksilver, let's just call him that. And then earlier, I think it was last week or the week before, where they showed Vision's dead body. Both their eyes looked like they had cataracts in them.
Yeah, so it was very probably one of the scarier images in the MCU.
Are they weaponizing dead bodies? Is that what Sword is doing?
Oh, I don't know. But I did like how Pietro was saying it's not like your dead husband can die twice.
And that's such a burn.
I was like, damn.
Yo, that the reference they made to the sitcom, right, was supposed to be Malcolm in the Middle, right?
I think so. Huey going 999 on this talk. Says BGT play.
Oh man, 99. I will always, dude. If I had more room on my walls, I would have a fucking what the fuck is that shit from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? It's Always Sunny conspiracy. The Pepe Sylvia. I will go full Pepe Sylvia whenever I can.
Wait, explain that. I don't know what that is.
Pepe Sylvia, there's an episode in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where they get jobs in the mailroom, and Charlie, one of the characters, he like discovers that there's all this mail going to this guy named Pepe Sylvia, but there's no Pepe Sylvia, and he like the other character comes back to the mailroom and he's like full on like smoking and has like this fucking like cork board with like names and like string like attached, like he's like on a conspiracy. Oh. You know, it's funny, but anyways, the director of Sword, the acting director of Sword, what is his name?
Oh, wait, which one? Wait,
the guy who was being an asshole.
Oh, the FBI dude.
Not Jimmy Woo's the FBI. No, the other dude. That's director of Sword.
I don't have
no Hold on, I'll pull it up right now. It is Tyler Hayward. The guy that said that fucked up shit to Monica Rambeau. Where he was like, maybe it's good that you weren't.
Oh. Okay. You could have just said like, okay, I get it. Gio just explained it in like the longest way possible.
Shut the fuck up. Anyways, Hayward, director Hayward, when he said to Monica Rambeau, maybe it's a good thing that you weren't here for the last 5 years to see your mother die because you weren't tough enough to handle it. She should have fucking beat the shit out of him. Fuck that guy. Straight up. Yo, what the fucking... Yo, that is so out of fucking pocket. I got mad. like I got legit mad. Like, yo, if someone ever said that to me, if my mother died, I would be in fucking jail because I would fucking murder them. I would fucking punch a hole straight through their esophagus. Like, if you ever fucking put my mother's name like that if she had passed away, I would fucking kill you. Don't you ever do that.
But, so Monica Rambeau is going to be a villain.
No, actually, I think Hayward is going to be a villain.
Oh. I thought that's what Monica Rambeau would do.
Well, no, that's what I would do. That's what she should have done, right? That motherfucker. If you killed that motherfucker, ain't no one really gonna care. Is it really a loss? Like, Fuck that guy. Anyways, Monica Rambeau, right? They're giving hints to her being having powers, right? Within I think episode 2 or 3 when she comes back, or 4.
Mm-hmm.
When the nurse is saying like your X-rays came out weird, it's all blank. Like, oh, what's that? That was kind of a little throwaway line they threw in there. And then Darcy telling Monica Rambeau like, oh, your molecular level is changing, right? Could that be what triggers her gaining powers? Because in the comics, Monica Rambeau becomes Spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I think this is leading to Monica Rambeau maybe getting her powers. She hasn't shown any powers. Oh, she has shown powers, right?
Wait, she has?
Like, yeah, the kind of like the X-ray. Actually,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
she
couldn't. They couldn't X-ray her or something, right?
Yeah. So I gotta rewatch.
What does that mean? What does that say about Darcy then? Because he just got sucked in to the hex.
I don't know.
And what the craziest part of the episode was Vision himself walking out of the hex. That was some Looper. That was some Looper shit. I got Looper vibes.
Getting fucking like ripped apart because he's not a part of reality. He's only a part of that reality. That was because Vision is
like he has no memory of
the Avengers.
Or of Civil War. Like so, is his memory just a blank slate from Ultron?
Is it just only things that Wanda wants him to remember? Because that scene with Abigail, is that her name? Abigail,
a neighbor.
The neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
When she was like, "You're an Avenger," he's like, "What's an Avenger?" And she's like, "But you died." I was like, "Holy shit!" Now I have been suspicious about her since kind of like episode 2,
and
right?
What were they?
Just because I feel like she always just conveniently pops up. She has seen Wanda's powers and didn't freak out about them. Like I don't know. Like I was still very suspicious about her because if you look also I think in episode 5, right? If you look at the background and Jimmy Woo has his missing persons, like kind of attaching the missing people to the characters in the WandaVision show. Hers is one of the only ones that's blank. They can't find a missing person that's attached to her. So I don't know. Maybe this is just me going full Pepe Sylvia, but I'm still a little suspicious of her. Also, being she's the one that kind of told Vision that he's dead. So I don't know. I'm suspicious of her. I'm suspicious of Hayward. What the fuck is cataract? What does that mean? Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm very much invested in WandaVision.
Yeah, I was planning to rewatch the entire show as a fan edit, like a one singular movie, but it can't work like that. Like this only works as a TV show. It's like, wow, the Marvel Cinematic Universe surpassing expectations once again. It's like, it's so good.
It is so good, and I think a lot of people probably like this. A lot of people didn't like the first 2 episodes because they thought it was slow, and I understand those criticisms, but the end of episode 3, I think, gives you enough of a teaser that if you can make it to episode 4, dog, you're in. Because I don't know if you remember this, Mikey, but in episode 3, right, it kind of like the screen like kind of
every time it transitions from the hex to the reality, it goes from widescreen to full screen.
And it's just like, what the fuck? So good.
And so now that Monica is going through the hex, so we're definitely getting Photon. I think
maybe because I don't know what's going on because Darcy before she got sucked up, right? Also, fucking Darcy, man, she bless her heart, but she should have ran. I know she wanted to help Vision, but like she should have ran. Darcy's my favorite character in WandaVision so far.
She didn't even have a car.
Oh, you're right. And then she got fucking. Yo, man, I hope fucking Hayward gets fucking fired. Or honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up being like actually someone in disguise, right? either Nightmare or Mephisto or someone. Right? I mean, I think that's what the internet is speculating that Mephisto is the big bad behind WandaVision, and that he'll be more revealed in Multiverse of Madness, because I could see Mephisto being the big bad of the new Doctor Strange movie.
Wait, tell me about him. I don't know.
Mephisto is basically he's basically the Marvel version of the devil.
Okay.
He's like the devil who like who does deals with people that are not like don't end up great for them. He's all powerful, magical devil man.
And what does he do in the comics?
He does a lot of shit, dude. He basically.
Or what is he known for? Iconic moments.
I'm trying to think. Iconic moments is, he really is mostly a Black Panther villain, right? He's the one that basically kind of like there's like usually villains that are like their lives get fucked up and then they go to him and he like basically is like, here's these powers, and then like they serve him. He also he's also gotten fucked up by the Black Panther a couple of times, but I'm not too familiar with him. I just know the basic concept of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that Funko that we're giving away is now canon in the MCU.
It is now canon. They had the fucking classic.
They had the classic costumes for everyone.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, the Vision. I very much enjoyed that. I very much enjoy Wanda's costume. It's one of my favorite costumes in Marvel. Second only to Doctor Doom, and possibly tied with Black Panther. Those are probably my three favorite costumes in Marvel: Doctor Doom, Wanda, or Scarlet Witch, and Black Panther.
And I like the reference to Aaron Taylor Johnson's Kick-Ass when the little kid said Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
And then this furthers, I feel like it furthers my theory that they're trying to get the Full House vibe, because Quicksilver pretty much played like the Uncle Joey to these twins.
Yeah. But I felt like it was more of like it felt more like a Malcolm in the Middle type show.
I've never seen it. Like because I got like the crazy fun uncle vibe real quick.
Well, because like the last week felt more like Full House to me, but like this week with the like the vibes felt way more Malcolm in the Middle, especially with like the kid like talking to the camera.
I was getting I got Martin Family vibes, but I'm assuming they got inspired by Malcolm.
Yeah. So, you know, if you don't remember stuff from Malcolm in the Middle, neither does Frankie Muniz. So.
Oh yeah, what's up with that guy?
Oh, you didn't know? Like he became he was like a Formula One racer, and he got into an accident like so bad.
Oh shit! I did not know that.
He lost his like memory. He lost all of his memory of being on Malcolm in the Middle.
Damn! What the fuck?
Yeah, look it up, dude. It's a crazy fucking story.
Yeah, what the fuck? I didn't know that was. You assumed I knew that.
I thought I discussed this with you before.
That's crazy. But also back to WandaVision. I like how near the end of the town, everyone just kept repeating what they were doing. Like they were just like glitching out.
Yo, yeah, with the woman just like what was it like? Putting clothes on the line and like, oh, that was creepy. That was very creepy.
And then so in the comics, because we're in spoilers, the children die, right?
Yeah, well, they end up just. I mean, I guess you could say they died, but they never. What the fuck? I'm sorry. I just read that the about the impeachment trial. Sorry. I just saw that and I was just like. Anyways,
you're just reading Twitter while doing the show?
No, I was like scrolling my I was trying to exit out the app and like it popped up on my notifications. What were we saying? In the comics, the twins they I mean, I guess you could say they die, but they never existed. So could they really die? That's some philosophy shit.
Like, is he going to experience that same, like that
Grief?
grief times like 1,000?
Probably. Probably.
Like,
I
this
mean,
made me
this is
think like when she was explaining the hex that he's going to like explode and everyone's in the hex, and then we get all these movies.
this is definitely. You think the post credit trailer or sequel or sequence for WandaVision is a Doctor Strange cameo? It has to be, right?
Most likely, yeah, because he's in it.
Yeah, right. It has to be a Doctor Strange cameo. I think here's what I think happens in the multiverse of madness. This obviously has effects that leads into that. I think Wanda ends up in like a maybe what is it, catonic, like a vegetable state, catatonic state, and basically Doctor Strange has to like go into her psyche. I think that's what's gonna happen, but we will see. I could be wrong. Like that's just kind of a little theory that I came up with.
Yeah, that's a speculation, not any rumors or.
Not rumors or anything. Anything I say is usually bullshit, unless I'm talking shit about something. Then I'm right. Go fuck yourselves.
But yeah, so that's pretty much all we have to say about WandaVision. Like, I'm actually really looking forward to the finale. It's only 3 episodes left, right?
Hold on, there's 9 episodes, right? Or 8 in total.
I'm about to look that up right now. The last episode is on the 26th. Wait, so we got 2 more, right?
Oh, we have 2 episodes.
Wait, what? Hold on, let me just double check. Okay, hold on. Wikipedia is not helpful. Oh my god. How many episodes is WandaVision?
Oh, I'm getting hungry.
Why is no one's giving me an answer? There's like everyone's saying there's currently 6 episodes. Oh, it said maybe there's 1 more? No, it's 2 more. 2 more. There's 2 more for sure. But yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so that pretty much does it for our show today. So
for show?
Yeah, for show of our show.
For a show.
So yeah, as mentioned earlier, you can follow us on the 1v1 show on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Patreon, and yeah. So we will see you guys next week, same time, 11:30 PST. So until then, I will see all you guys next time.
Drink lots of water. Peace.